Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Ripper Danny B, and welcome to another episode of Asylum. And tonight we have a double main event for you here. Introducing the first main event. This one is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from San Mateo, California, Claudia Thorn. Been a little while since Thorn has been here in the Revolution, but she is back and ready to take this company by storm. And the crowd pumped up here, ready to see Poison Thorn back in the Asylum. As always, Claudia herself looks ready, waiting to go, taking on all challenges as she does. And her opponent this evening, she is the Flame Princess, the Jaminal. Of course, Jaminal has a massive match to look forward to at Immortality after besting Emma. A couple of weeks ago, Emma made the challenge for one more match and Jaminal took it at Immortality. And interesting as that is, because Emma lost her match to Natalia earlier this evening. The Jaminal looks to continue her reign of sheer dominance here in the Revolution. She is by long and away the most dominant star here. Tonight she takes on a very valiant Claudia Thorne. We wrap this one up early with a nice collar and elbow tie-up. Jaminal taking her time there before the takedown of Claudia Thorne. A nice knee to the back there puts the Jaminal in immediate control. And she isn't going to go for it this early, is she? No, there's the backbreaker off the double arm lift. Little trash talk there from the Flame Princess. Usually a very quiet and reserved individual. She has had her back up lately, ever since losing the World Championship to Legend Jezzy inside the chamber, all thanks to Emma. But even more recently, as Emma has been getting under her skin. And the Jaminal shows her power off. Nice drop kick to the knee, takes down Thorn. Claudia Thorne comes right back into this one, hooks the leg. Fisherman's driver, in fact. Claudia turns it around, a nice strike to the back of the head there, as Claudia goes in for the Hurricanrana, whipping Jaminal across the ring. Now Claudia keeps up the pressure with an elbow drop right across the throat, the former world champion. Now Jaminal comes back in, snap suplex there, trapping the arm. Claudia hits the ground hard. And Jaminal keeps up the pressure with a Fujiwara armbar. I didn't pronounce that right, did I? Fujiwara armbar. And Claudia right back into this one, trying to disorientate the Jaminal. Nice slam there from Thorn, reasserting her dominance. We're going back to those strikes that she is so comfortable with. Twisting leg drop connects. And so far, like I said, Jaminal is usually the most dominant star here, but Claudia is more than holding her own. Backbreaker there, though, by Jaminal, followed up by the stretcher. She looks to reassert control over this matchup. That looked like a counter there. Looked like Thorn got one in, and another Hurricanrana there from Claudia Thorne. Fireman's carry slam puts the Jaminal back in control, though. So far, barely a minute into this thing, and this has been one hell of a back and forth contest. European uppercut coming off the middle rope there, and once again the Jaminal getting a little cocky, trash talking her opponent. As Claudia goes into the corner, Jaminal follows it up, shoulder first goes Thorn. But back out the corner comes Claudia. spins the Jaminal around. Hooks her, and there's the suplex connecting. Very, very powerful move there. Followed up with a knee straight to the face, knocking Jaminal back to the mat. But once again, the momentum shifts. Jaminal goes for the counter. Claudia has one of her own. Into the corner goes Jaminal. The tornado DDT puts Claudia right back in control. How close has this one been so far? This has been amazing. It's a drop kick, and Claudia goes for the first cover of the match. There's 1, 2. Expectantly, Jaminal kicks out. Thorn is a little shocked, and she shouldn't be. She should know that she has definitely not done enough to have won this one yet. And there's another Hurricanrana there. Claudia now is in complete control of this thing. She tries to slow down the pace just a little bit, take it to where she likes it. Jaminal going to find herself. Looks like Claudia couldn't make up her mind there. She's gone right back to it though with Thorn. And this time Jaminal finds herself on the ropes. And Claudia gonna hop. There's a knee right to the face. You saw that there. That was damn deliberate, damn poignant. Claudia asserting dominance here. And Jaminal, I don't think I've ever seen her on this much defensive in a match that hasn't involved 5 other women inside the Elimination Chamber. Claudia now going up to the top rope. There's the double stomp as she comes down. Thorn once again going to high-flying territory. But as Jaminal starts to recover, Thorn thinks better of it. And the Flame Princess back in control of this one now. Hooking those legs. Ow! That's the entire body weight of the former champion coming down on the thighs and the knees. That cannot be pretty, but here we go. Tigress Bomb connects. Seemingly out of nowhere, and here's the cover. There's 1, 2. Claudia kicks out. And now it's Jaminal's turn to be in disbelief. The Tigress Bomb has served her well in the past. It didn't go well for her tonight. Claudia, though, comes right back into this thing, instinctively with the counter there, whipping Jaminal across. Trying to give herself some time. What's Claudia got in mind here? Jaminal is draped across the bottom rope. Here comes Thorn. There's a flying drop kick from Claudia Thorne. Jaminal looks to be out cold. There's 1, 2, 3. I thought that was it. I thought that would have done it. The Dark Angel is just in shock. Continues the pressure, and now bringing her confidence levels back up. Claudia with a forearm. There's another one. And Spinebuster by the Dark Angel. She is feeling this one right now. Jaminal escapes to the corner, but Claudia exactly where she wants to be. There's the leg drop over the top. And Claudia going to look to follow up on that incredible chain of events there. Jaminal finds herself back in the corner. And face first off the corner goes Jaminal. Claudia surprisingly in control of this one. Here's another cover from Thorn. There's 1, 2. Jaminal again kicks out. Now this is the downside. You can beat her up as much as you want, but the Flame Princess does not know how to stay down. And while Claudia was just taking a moment to try and understand what was happening, Jaminal came right back into this thing. Cross-leg fisherman's. Jaminal setting up. She's begging Claudia to get to her feet. Here comes Jaminal with a blaze kick. One, two. I don't believe it. I thought that was it for Claudia Thorne. The blaze kick is just the ultimate weapon in Jaminal's arsenal, and Claudia Thorne had an answer for it. Germinal misses with a flying forearm, but quickly gets back in control. Using a backhand, and there! I don't quite know what she was going for there. She sprung off the ropes, looked like she was going to try and land one-footed on Claudia Thorne. It didn't quite stick it out, but never mind, she continues on. The former champion now back in control. Seems to be... I don't quite know what was going on there. Snapmare takes down Claudia Thorne as Jaminal locks the left arm around the chin, trying to drive the oxygen out of Claudia Thorne, but the Dark Angel not going to stay down, has an answer for it, gets to a vertical base, there's the elbows. Claudia is right back into this thing. And there's the RKS! Cover! 1, 2, 3! Smack me on the head and call me Mary. I didn't see that one happening. Claudia Thorne has just pinned the Jaminal using my move. I taught her well. Thorne back with a vengeance. The Dark Angel here to stay, it seems. Absolutely stunning victory from Claudia Thorne. That was an incredible back and forth match. It really seemed like it could go either way at any time, but I guess we have to move on to our other main event this evening. This next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, she is the Green Fairy, the Women's World Champion, Legend Jezzy. Champion has been absent for a couple of weeks. She's back, and she's looking to continue her momentum on towards immortality, where she defends the title against Juliet Brooks. And her opponent this evening from Norwich, England, she is the new Women's Patriot Champion, Paige. Out here alone tonight is Paige, but I think she's proved she doesn't need the help. Last week she took on Becky Lynch, and she walked away Patriot Championship in hand. By way of Aldous Noble, she will now defend that title in a fatal 4-way match at Immortality against Becky Lynch, Amber Ryan, and Alexa Bliss. And she has always been close to the title scene here in CWR, and finally Paige gets her hands on one. Let's not forget, this is a woman who has already earned her way into a world championship shot. She barely lost against the Jaminal. She also earned a tag team match against Bayley and Banks at the Royal Rumble, just barely coming up short there as well. Finally, her persistence paid off. Here we go with this main event match as Legend Jezzy takes it to Paige. A nice Northern Lights suplex there to start things off. Legend Jezzy definitely going to try and assert her dominance. Paige is going to be riding a wave of momentum right now. The world champion cannot afford for that to happen. We saw a match very similar to this only Monday night in the highlight packages, as the men's world champion took on the men's Patriot champion, and it was the world champion who came out on top in this one. On that one, will history repeat itself here tonight? Paige has a habit of making that happen. Twice now, an Irish Patriot champion is defending against an English challenger, and twice the English challenger has walked away, putting the Union Jack stamp on that Patriot championship. A nice forearm there by Paige as she gets right back into this thing. A nice backbreaker there. And Paige going for the surfboard. Now you would expect Paige to have the better mat game here. This is a very different matchup for Paige than Becky Lynch last week. Last week she was dealing with another technician, somebody else who could hit and somebody else who could grind. Legend Jessie isn't like that. She will fly, she will hit hard, and she will come flying across that ring at you. That is what she does. She's unpredictable, and it's led her to some great victories here so far. But Paige is taking it to the world champion, no doubt about that right now. And look at that fisherman's by Paige. No frills, no fancy, just driving the champion down to the ring. 1, 2. Not even close to over yet. We've already seen one, in fact 2 realistically huge upsets on tonight's show. We could be in store for a trifecta if this pace continues on from Paige. Once again, Paige going to the submission holds, going to what she knows she can do best and what she knows has the advantage over Legend Jessie. The world champion not giving up without a fight. Paige though continues the pressure and the champion is back in the corner. The Green Fairy counters though and Paige is now the one on the defense. Whips her out. Legend Jessie off the second rope. Flying uppercut there. And now just grinding down on Paige. Wearing out the young upstart, the Patriot champion. Another Northern Lights suplex there from the champ. Delivering the point across as she now goes for the cover. There's 1, 2. And Paige still kicks out. Legend Jessie, I think, was expecting that. And the Green Fairy is going to go right back on the assault. Lifting her up. Inverted lifted DDT there. Now Snapmare takes down. Paige once again finds herself on the defense as Legend Jessie goes in for the choke. Seeing a lot of parallels in this match between this and what happened only a few moments ago with Thorn and Jaminal. And you've got to believe that is partially because the friendship between the Jaminal and Legend Jessie. They do share a lot of moves because they are the one, they know each other the best. Hence why that match between them at the Royal Rumble was such a barnstormer. Paige finds herself on the top rope. She is on the defensive now. She controlled most of the early part of this match, but the world champion has taken control and is dominating Paige at this point, and that was nasty. A super backdrop from the top rope. Legend Jessie putting her own body in harm's way. I can't even think of the words, but she will do whatever it takes to beat Paige here tonight. And that this could be the thing that ends it all. As Legend Jessie climbs up to the top right, the flight of the fairy, you know it's coming, connects! And you've got to imagine how that feels. Somebody flying across the entire ring, driving both feet into the ribs. It doesn't quite get it done though, and now it's Legend Jessie's turn to show some disbelief. That move has won her so many matches, and Paige was able to kick right out of it. The champion keeping up the pressure with a nice amateur style takedown there. Legend Jessie has Paige on the ropes. Paige goes down. What has the champ got in mind here? On the outside now as Legend Jessie goes in for another suplex slam. Obviously not happy that the flight of the fairy didn't get the job done. She's now reverting to slightly more dangerous tactics. Bringing Paige over to another part of the ring. Right near that LCD board. I was about to say it could come back to bite her. Luckily she rolls into the ring off the whip from Paige. But now it's the Patriot champion who takes control with a nice sidewalk slam. And Paige going to turn this thing right around with a Paige turner. The champion is down. This could be an upset here. 1, 2. Not quite. Legend Jelly. Lord Almighty, I can't speak. Legend Jezzy barely, and I mean barely, got the shoulder up before 3 then, but it was enough to stop the referee's count, and this match continues. Paige keeping up the pressure there though, dropping Legend Jezzy onto her neck, stacking the entire body weight up into those discs. And it's like Paige has got the end in mind with the Rampage. The move that won her the Patriot Championship only 7 nights ago. 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 3. Not quite 3, should I say. More importantly, it looked to me like the champion's head was under the bottom rope. That should have been a rope break. Maybe the referee's view was obstructed from where he was at. But Legend Jezzy was lucky to have kicked out there. But there's the RKS. 1, 2. No! The move that pulled up the upset for Claudia Thorn only 5 minutes ago doesn't get the job done against Paige. And now the world champion has got to be frustrated. No one has ever survived both the Flight of the Fairy and the RKS. Paige is the first. Now Legend Jezzy slowing the pace down once again. Trying to figure out what she's got to do to beat Paige here tonight. Both these women have thrown their best shots at the other, and the other has been able to get the shoulder up before the 3 count. Jezzy wrenching down. Into the corner goes the Patriot champion. Legend Jezzy goes to the second rope again. Looks like she's going to hit the uppercut. There it is, one more time. Not wasting any time though. The world champion is to the top rope. There's the elbow drop. And once again the takedown. She is making sure Paige is not able to figure out where she is and what she's doing. The world champion keeping the control up as Paige goes face first into the turnbuckle again. Legend Jezzy slowly turns her around. Paige has an answer though. You gotta think both of these women have huge matches at Immortality. Both will be defending their championships. Both cannot afford to lose the momentum going into the show. Neither of them. Into the corner goes Paige one more time, but she has a counter. No, there's a dragon screw whipping the world champion into the turnbuckle. Paige has her exactly where she wants her, and for the second time Paige hits the Paige Turner. She could be closing the book on this one here. There's 1, 2, 3. I don't believe it. Here is your winner, the Patriot Champion, Paige. I don't believe it. 2, 3 realistically massive upsets here tonight, but we're not done. Holy... After seeing what we've seen already here tonight, and then Nia Jax makes her way out here. Considering everything we've seen tonight, we've got to be prepared for something big from Jax. She is not scheduled for a match. That last match was our main event. So what is Nia Jax doing here in the Asylum? Been utterly dominant here has Nia Jax in the CWR. She was well on her way to winning the Road to Immortality tournament. See what she's got to say. The matches just keep rolling in. Jesus Christ. Stephanie McMahon versus Nia Jax. Stephanie stopped Nia from winning the Road to Immortality tournament. It looks like Nia is going to make her pay, but I guess that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us, and I will see you all next time. Good night, and take care.